Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Be That Create That channel. I wanted to jump on here real quickly live with all of you. And if we get the chance to put in the comments that you're here, or maybe you're on the replay, that's perfectly fine too. But I wanted to talk about this topic really quickly before I jump into a training that I'm doing for another group. So I had somebody this morning. I do a lot of talk on leadership, right? I do a lot of talk on why it's important to be a leader. I do a lot of conversations with people about how they are leading in their companies. And I had someone reach out this morning, so smart. And I love it when people do this. I love when people take the opportunity to question, and not in a way of like, why are you saying that? But more of like, hey, this is something to think about. So I've been thinking ever since they asked me this question about how I would answer it and what I think. And one of the things that came across for me is the question was, what if I don't want to lead? And not only like, what if I don't want to lead specifically, but like, what if there is a person who it is either uncomfortable for them to be in the lead of a group or to be in charge of a product or project? Or what if it's someone who is like really good at what they do, and instead of being developed into that leader, they are just shoved into a position where they are now in charge of people, they are in charge of a project, whatever it is for work. So is this how you have felt before? Does this resonate with you? Because I can think of a couple clients that I've worked with, a couple of my friends that all of a sudden they're just darn good at what they do. And all of a sudden they get moved into this leadership position. Or here's another scenario. We talk about this with our character ed kids, Taylor and I do. We said, it's important for us to teach these kids leadership. But what about those kids that they just need to be a good follower of the group? They just need to be a good supporter for the group or the project. How do we help them be the best version of themselves as part of this group? And understanding that even a leader needs to know sometimes when it is the right time to back up and allow someone else to take the lead, not only for like training purposes, but it can be exhausting to always be the leader, right? Now, what I teach and where I'm coming from is that we are always in charge of ourselves first. The woman who can lead herself can lead others, right? So when I am sharing how important it is for us to think about our leadership, I want us to understand that I'm talking about your personal leadership, your personal life. That is where it all begins. It is deciding that the decisions that you make are based off of a result that you want. How am I going to get to that, rather than just like flying by the seat of our pants? Instead, we want to make these smart decisions. We want to stop. We want to evaluate what's going on. Think about our obstacles. How are we going to overcome those? What's the next solution? Try something and then come back and discuss it, review it, right? So when I'm saying that, I think that it's really important for people to see leadership, develop their own leadership. I, from the very get-go, am always talking about our personal leadership. If you're with me, say yes down below, because when I think about this, have you ever heard the comment like, too many chiefs, not enough Indians? We do not want to get to that in our projects and our business. Why? Because there's so many ideas going. And when I think of the chiefs, not enough Indians, I think of people who are being very rigid in the way that they make decisions to a fault. They're not paying attention to the people around them with their ideas, and they only think that their way is the way. And I know that people have been in these situations before and felt like they really had to either fight or defend for their idea. And we don't have to do that. We can decide that we want to lead ourselves. And sometimes when we lead ourselves, that means we are backing up, taking a step back, and allowing someone else to be the one who is making the big decisions, creating the delegation, really leading that product or that project. Where we don't want to let someone else lead us is our own freaking life. We do not want to get to the point where we have everyone else telling us what we should do with our lives. This is why I train so much. And I literally just wrote a chapter for a book collab that I'm working on called Creating the Leadership Lifestyle. It's not just about business. It's about, what do you want out of your life? And when it comes to your decision making, then how are you creating more and more of those choices that are getting you to that end result that you are looking towards? So, yes, someone asked me, do I have to lead or can I just be a really great follower? Well, do I have to lead or can I just be a great supporting actress or supporting actor? Yes, you can. But that in itself is a leadership choice. And you have to know when is the right time for you to step up and make a suggestion, share an idea, enhance the project, right? So, yes, you can step back and be a supporter in a lot of aspects, but, and what's most important is that you don't have to step back when it comes to your own life. So, when it comes to leadership, we want to remember that we are creating that leadership lifestyle. First of all, leadership, right? How am I making sure that I am the person who's helping visualize and take forward? And lifestyle is, what am I doing with my time? Who am I spending time with? What am I doing in that time frame? What are the things that I enjoy? What am I allowing into my life? So making choices by leading ourselves first, and then we can go out there and make that impact on the world. I hope that this helped clear some things up for you. I hope that I was really appreciative of her asking this question, because I thought, yeah, it's not leadership from the front is not for everybody, but personally leading yourself can be a great support for a person who is in charge of a project or a product or a team. And we all need those great support people. All right. So thank you so much for being with me today. You can join us inside the Female Leader headquarters, where we are live right now. You can also follow us on our YouTube channel, Be That Create That. And of course, the podcast comes out every Friday at 7 a.m. And in there, I have conversations not only with other leaders that are out there making an impact and a difference in their worlds, but also I share some experiences in there of what we have going on in our own teams that we're working with through Be That Create That. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon.